when it came instantly in your mind and you felt, okay, now I want to be a musician or I want to be a singer?
And I think it got to a situation you realize that the education koi nahi.
देखा गया यार यदि बोल की अपनी एक वाइब है हमारी तमाम शादियों में पाकिस्तान में अगर जो मेहंदी की रात है उसमें ढोल पे भंगड़ा ना हो तो वो शादी अधूरी है
ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ ਗਾਣਾ ਗਾ ਅੰਕਲ ਨੂੰ it was one of them kind of scenarios. We did a song for a Pakistani film called Parchi and the song, you know, it got great momentum. Average guy who's wanting something hangi RDB di koi aayi ye ne gaane aaye so RDB now this name became like a genre of music. Kudi nachdi kamal kagare da bura hal Katrina vargi chaal Billo Haye
Thank you so much, Herbi Paji.
Thank you, Nini. Thank you, Baji. Thank you to yourself and your whole team. You've done a wonderful job today, and we're truly honoured that you invited us here to perform in Montreal, and we had a super fantastic time.
Beautiful, and it's a long show because tell me something. What was your were traveling like? You performed, I believe, in Toronto, then you came to Ottawa. Just tell me about that.
Yes, so basically we had an event in Toronto first, and at the Canada Day. So it's a really good experience. I have been to Canada a few times, but not like a commercial kind of event. They've been private functions. So we did the Canada Day Festival, and it was an amazing an event. Even the promoters and all the organisers were taken back as to how many people came. They were in the thousands. There were thousands and thousands, and so. Yeah, no, that was a great experience. And then we did Ottawa last night, and we are truly humbled to be in Montreal today at this amazing the event what we did at the Jazz Club today. And what a fantastic venue. I've never seen anything like it, and it was just an honour to play there. As soon as we walked in, and there was the band playing, and it was just surreal. It was really nice. And the ambience, the atmosphere, everything was really on point.
Thank you so much again. So tell me about yourself, like how you guys started, when it came instantly in your mind and you felt, okay, now I want to be a musician or I want to be a singer. So how it drove you towards here?
So my parents migrated to the UK in the 70s. Mm-hmm. I'm born and bred in the UK, me and my brother Gerps and Cully, who plays the role. And so basically it was a hobby, like 3-4-year-old. I'm not from a musical background, so I don't, sure. So basically I was just gunganine songs and singing songs.
Bathroom singer, that's
bathroom singer, party singer. We say party singer, you know. ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ ਗਾਣਾ ਗਾ ਅੰਕਲ ਨੂੰ. It was one of them kind of scenarios. ਤੇ ਬਸ ਆਈ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ and dad seen that ਕਿ ਮੁੰਡੇ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਹੈ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ he's got some kind of love for music. And I could sing all the songs, you know, Tin Char Totli Zuban de which I would be singing, and I would become this kind of like a pie, you know, like this.
Yeah.
So at the age of, my father took us to a Bhangra club was in England. There was a Bhangra team called Najada Punjab, me, my brothers, my two brothers, and we went there. And we was also part of the junior Bhangra team. So at 7, 8 year old, we was dancing up and down. And that's where the showbiz kicked in. The love of showbiz kicked in. I then joined a band at the age of 10, 11. I was singing, I was playing keyboards, I was a novelty singer. And, you know, I was a Punjabi singer, and, you know, they'd take me on stage and make me sing. I was a 10-year-old boy singing songs, Punjabi songs, and the crowd would really get you know, like hyped up and say, wow, it's amazing. And I think that was where my love for music started. And then, with God's grace, at the age of 16, I made a band and we released an album. And then, so yeah.
At the age of 16, you said, eh?
I started recording at the age of 14. The vocals started recording at 14. As soon as my voice broke.
Okay. If I tell my parents still today, I want to be an artist. So, you know, it's always an argument.
Yeah.
You know, so who pushed you more?
So, very good point. In our house, even though like all my siblings were British born and raised, there was always a culture of Punjabi. Okay. You know, we would speak, eat, listen, watch, everything Punjabi. So we never kind of, you know, that's where our language, fluent Punjabi, we can speak, and I can even write and read. So my father's always kind of pushed us. He's never ever said, no, you're not doing this. No, he's always pushed us as long as your education is there. And I think it got to a situation he realised, the education koi nahi. Tu kar jo karna hai.
I was always a backbencher.
Yeah.
So it's very.
Yeah. So we you know, obviously I did my basics, what I had to do. I mean, we had family businesses what I was running, but my always love for music was, I was doing events and gigs and playing up and down the country and, you know, making music and stuff. And yeah, so we released an album which basically became extremely well nationally in England. And we became a household name in England, and that's where my career started off from.
Beautiful. So I remember when I was growing, the UK music was different than Bollywood or the Pakistani music, because I'm from Pakistan. So we were raised while watching Junoon or Abrarul Haq,
yes,
you know, when it comes to Bhangra and the Punjabi music.
Yeah.
And Vital Signs was there, you know.
And strings and strings and all that, of course, yeah.
So when the UK music comes in 2000, I believe, when there is Raghav.
Yeah, there was an artist,
and then RDB came.
Yeah.
And tell me the story, you know, how the UK music is different than rest of the Asian music, you know. Okay,
so I think the success for music from UK was down to the four bands like Alap, Hira, you know, all these kind of Premi and all these other bands. They started the you know, Pachangi, there's another Pachangi, they started in 60s or 70s. So they've kept that alive. Momentum. Yeah, they've kept that momentum of Punjabi Bhangra, and these guys were, you know, the original kind of bands that, you know, we'd go to weddings and we'd see them performing, and we would at weddings. So they kept our, you know, interest in Punjabi music. And then the scenes changed. Obviously, every 10 years there's a circle of style of music. So it was like from Alap, then Gurdas Mann came in, and then other bands came in, and I released my first album in 94, 95, and, you know, it was a different kind of a scene then, but where it really kicked off for us was when I Manj from RDB, and they were the DJs, so the RDB boys were DJs, and so I said to Manj, I said, Manj, we can do something, I've got a song, I want you to produce it. And he says, okay, Paddy, no problem. And so he produced his track, and you could actually ask him. I actually taught him the chords, what chords to play with it, and everything. And he still says, even today, he will say. And we recorded this song, and we knew it was going to be a great track, and that was Sony and Sony, which was one of the game changers in the UK. It took the whole kind of scene to a garage kind of level of music. Through piracy, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but that then leaked around the world.
Okay.
Right? So that then leaked into places like Kenya, Malaysia, Pakistan was a hub, and all over the world, kind of. So the UK music, the youth of Pakistan at the time, because obviously you've just said they had their vital signs, and they had Junoon and all that. But the youth didn't have a genre of music that they really wanted to. Like there were a trend of having the woofers in the cars and driving up and down. Like that kind of genre.
मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं.
जी.
मैं 90s में there was this जो वो लोग जो 80 की दिहाई में पैदा हुए हैं, 80s की जो born है. So 90s में एक शो आता है म्यूजिक चैनल चार्ट. And आज तो वो पाकिस्तान के बहुत बड़े नाम है, फैसल कुरैशी है, उसमें डॉक्टर और बिल्ला एक बैंड हुआ करता था, एसएम रहीम साहब, यानी वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट डायरेक्टर वी हैव इन पाकिस्तान. इन लोगों ने एक म्यूजिक चैनल चार्ट्स और वीडियो जंक्शन वीजे करके एक शो आता था, एंड वेयर द रेवोल्यूशन द पॉप इंडस्ट्री इन पाकिस्तान वाज ग्रोइंग. नाउ अब हम बॉयज we were listening Pakistani pop music, and then Abrarul had come. And he sounds like a Bangla. हमें उस वक्त तक शायद सलीम जावेद, one of the finest, इनका एक गाना था जुगनी, that was a super duper hit. और हम वो 74 की करोला में 8 लड़के एक गाड़ी के अंदर बैठकर पीछे टेप चढ़ा सा लग रहा है जिसकी आवाज फट रही है, लेकिन हमें जोर लगा के जो है ना डांस करना है सीयू के ऊपर. और this is how we introduced towards the Bhangra. और देखा गया यार, यदि ढोल की अपनी एक वाइब है. हमारी तमाम शादियों में पाकिस्तान में अगर जो मेहंदी की रात है उसमें ढोल पे भंगड़ा ना हो तो वो शादी अधूरी है. We have the same culture here.
Bilkul. I think a lot of people got connected to the culture. Like the Punjabi kind of was, like it was a lot of rock music going off, a lot of pop music going off. And then I think what we did when we, songs like Sony and Sony went through to Pakistan, was people connected to their, Jerry Lord, the Munde Sare, they went, this is,
100%.
And they kind of just jumped on that genre of music because it related to them.
Yes.
They wanted to be cool with their woofers, and they wanted the songs to be Punjabi. So
बसंत पे सर लाहौर के अंदर आपके गाने हमने बसंत पे सुने.
जी.
लोगों ने अपनी छतों पे बारबेक्यू करना है, पतंगें उड़ानी है, and your songs with that. And at that time I didn't knew what is RDB because internet अभी नया आया था, हर आदमी के घर पर नहीं होता. हाँ जी.
नहीं वो क्या हो गया था ना, वो it became due to piracy. Certain companies were releasing albums saying RDB volume 1 to 100, and उसमें गाने मेरे UK आर्टिस्टों के किसी different songs, गुबी संधू के गाने, मानकी के गाने, मेरे गाने, जय शॉन के गाने, जगीडी के गाने, but the genre was just called RDB. So the average guy who's wanted something, हाँ जी RDB दी कोई आई, ये नए गाने आए, ले जाओ. So RDB now this name became like a genre of music, right? But nobody knew RDB. So songs like our songs, like obviously they were doing great stuff as well, and so their songs were trickling through to Pakistan. Our songs were trickling through to Pakistan. There became this huge confusion. Who's RDB? Who's Sahara? Who's So now my song is Sony and Billo ni Tera Laal Gagra, and it was and people still getting our name wrong with Herbi
We saw
Sahara.
tonight.
Yeah.
We saw it tonight. It was jam packed. The goris were marching.
Yeah, yeah.
गोरी लड़कियां वहाँ पर नाच रही हैं, and you know, again, music doesn't have any religion.
No language, no boundaries. Of course.
Religion. आप दुनिया में कहीं पे भी चले जाएं, हिंदुइज्म अपनी बात करता है, क्रिश्चियनिटी अपनी बात करती है।
सही बात है।
एक म्यूजिक है जो कहती है भाई साथ
सबके हाँ साथ सुरे बिल्कुल क्या बात है। Applaud that, absolutely.
उसी के साथ सुरों के इर्द-गिर्द हम खेलते हैं और there is no barriers. अभी भी जैज फेस्टिवल चल रहा है, we have Derek Falls tonight.
Right.
You know, उन्होंने बड़ा अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और you know कमाल वो आर्टिस्ट हैं। And then you guys came and were so pumped up. We are so thrilled and we are so happy and it's so much positivity. इतनी पॉजिटिविटी एनर्जी लोगों में थी and people came, so we have big ollies tonight, like you know we had Indians of course, Pakistani of course, we have French Quebecois, we have Haitians tonight. So you know यही मल्टीकल्चरल है, यही कनाडा की ब्यूटी है और सर हम उम्मीद करते हैं आप हर साल आते रहें।
Thank you so much.
हम आपको हर साल यहाँ पर होस्ट करते रहें।
Very much appreciated.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for everything you have done it for us here and you know for your entire team. We are so much grateful. कोई एक अपनी पसंद का सर गुनगुना दें, कोई भी एक गाना।
No problem. मैं आपको ना सुनाता हूँ। Like I said, we're very proud of the fact that we're one of the pioneers who contributed with Pakistan, who collaborated with Pakistani cinema. So we did a song for a Pakistani film called Parchi, and the song, you know, it got great momentum, and I'll sing you if you'll handle that.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I really apologize for the voice. I've been on the road, and so if it gets croaky.
Yeah. It's okay.
कुड़ी नचदी कमाल कगरे दा बुरा हाल कतरीना वर्गी चाल बिल्लो हाय कुड़ी नचदी कमाल कगरे दा बुरा हाल कतरीना वर्गी चाल बिल्लो हाय Thank you so much.
क्या बात है।
It's like anything. We're great ambassadors for, you know, like Pakistan and for, you know, the Sikhs and the Indians. You know, that's what we try to.
You have I've seen it on YouTube. You have a huge fan following in Karachi.
Absolutely, yeah.
And in Punjab, like Lahore. And so tell me, like in last 1 year, how was your visit with Pakistan and how was your interaction with Pakistani people?
So we have been going to Pakistan for the last 10 to 15 years, and trust me, it's purely down to our tracks and music. But the scene out there has changed. We've God's grace, we're blessed that now we have so much loving fans out in Pakistan. They actually wait for our shows, what dates are you coming? And they come in thousands. And you know what, and the private events as well, people ask us what date are you free so we can hold our reception or what we would do. And you know what, it's so humbling. It's very humbling, and I don't know, people, you know, I do have my family before partition are from Pakistan as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we're from Daska, Sialkot, them ways. So maybe it's like a homecoming or something, you know, it's like, it's in the blood or something, right?
So thank you so much again. And I'm originally from Karachi, and in Karachi, everyone who lives in Karachi is a Sindhi.
Sindhi.
And that's why we give you our sakafat, hamari sari.
Thank you so much. I'm very humbled and touched by this, and thank you for your generosity. And I'd also just like to say, you know, a big heartfelt thank you for inviting us here and for all your love and hospitality and everybody that came out today. It was an amazing, amazing event and very, very professionally organised. And yeah, it was just amazing. So thank you once again to yourself and the whole team.
Bhali karaya, Sain, bhali karaya. Thank you so much.